Hi there, I'm Marinda Botha. I'm an actress and voiceover artist working in virtual reality. I also have a passion for education. I was a senior lecturer in tertiary education for 14 years. Now, besides my creative pursuits, I'm very interested to see how education and specifically pedagogy will need to adapt in order to function successfully in virtual reality. Now, I know there's lots of interesting things happening with digital twins of educational institutions, but for me, the crux of the matter lies in how will we convert and adapt the millions of traditionally formatted curriculums out there so that these learning paths can function successfully in virtual learning spaces, because that is where education is going, right? So with this end in mind, I decided to take a traditional e-learning course of mine and on how to become a professional voiceover artist and to convert this into a virtual space. Now, as you can see, my structure for this course includes PDFs, it's videos, it is audio files. I used a platform called Arrival Space that is accessible via mobile, desktop and VR. This is a really easy to use platform, but they are actually more well known for Gaussian splatting and having immersive spaces through scanning devices. But I thought I would try something different. I'm using this as a concept that each lesson is a room that I'm creating, and I'm also making use of AI videos. So I decided to use HeyGen's AI capabilities. So I gave the platform my likeness and audio, a video, and as you can see here, it creates an avatar for you, and you can also have other more standard avatars. And then here is the content from one of my PDFs, right? So I allowed it to create a video for me from that text. To me, it was pretty accurate, and it's a really useful tool to use to convert written material into video format. Back to this world, I will leave you to decide how successful these videos are for you. But I like the idea of having each lesson as a room, almost like a room in a house. Right, so this is all my material that's in each of these gates, they call it. And as you can see, these 3D icons I have there, I created most of them myself using AI. Here I'm using Meshi AI from a prompt that I created this microphone. But you can also use Generate Anything that I really like as well. And here I used an image of a microphone, and it created this lovely 3D model for me, and all of these models I would then just reduce the size and then put it back into Arrival, and we'll upload it and then place it where you would like it, and move it around in the space. Arrival allows lots of functionality here for you to play around with your models. I did the same with all of the icons you will see in the space. There's a book. Also the play button, unique play button I made. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are existing libraries of 3D objects that's created via AI, but there's also places like Fab that you can search for models to use. And back in Arrival, you can see the use of these icons as part of my teaching strategy. I really like this concept of having each lesson as a room you enter, and that within that room you have all the resources and all the material you need to understand whatever the concept is that you need to have the students get to grips with. And then here is another feature of Arrival that I really like, where you can use AI within the space. Here I'm making a prompt for this visual that I want, and I needed to do it a few times because of the spelling that it couldn't quite get, but eventually you get to an image that I can actually use. But I really love this feature of Arrival, that they incorporate AI within the space. It's really easy to use. Yeah, feel free to check out the space, feel free to check out arrival.space and maybe take the course. Right, so that is just one example of how to convert a traditional curriculum to a virtual learning space. I think the future for education and VR is bright, and I look forward to exploring this field further. Thank you very much for watching, and do let me know your thoughts on this subject.